if you are planning to visit Bali or you really want to move to Bali, I have 4 really important suggestions for you that I think you should take very serious. Number 1, tip the locals. Sometimes I have seen the locals be disheartened by giving so much of their spirit and their heart, and there's Gojek, and they do so much for, a really low monthly wage. And I've lived here for 6 years, and I've learned that the kinder you are to the locals, the better your experience. And there's been some times I've tipped crazy amounts of money because I felt like it was the right thing to do, not because of good karma. There was one person that showed up in my door with a coffee and a croissant, and he was missing 2 front teeth, this older man. And I think I tipped him $50,000, which is a really big tip. And I think that leading from the spirit of generosity is not only a way for the locals to feel the kindness and the reciprocity of tourists coming in, but also it's a beautiful way for you to feel a warmness in your heart when you can see how much it impacts them. So definitely, please do that. It's very important. Number 2, learn a few simple phrases or simple words the locals really appreciate when you take a little bit of effort. So for example, makasih is Indonesian for thank you. Another one, instead of yelling, hey, trying to get someone's attention, you can say permisi. That means, excuse me. They're trying to get their attention. One of my favorite phrases to say if a Gojek driver has brought something and you just kind of say like goodbye, like sampai jumpa. And that means see you. It's kind of like see you later. And one of the other things really specifically about connecting to the locals with your voice is it's kind of magical, but if you start playing with your tone, like makasih, if you say something high pitched, they say it back. It's like a mirroring musical society because they're also very musical, and it's really precious and it's really sweet. So I highly recommend that. Number 3, if you want to have the best experience here, I promise if you do this, it will amplify the richness of everything you do, which is practice gratitude. So could be in the morning, the simple things that you would normally go about your day and do, you just amplify the feeling of presence, and the simplest things, if you put gratitude on them, it feels more meaningful. So actually, literally this morning, I chose for a pocket of time to focus my awareness on everything that I touched or I did. I put gratitude into it. So when I was driving on my bike, I was like, I love that this bike works right now. It turned on. Oh, this is great. I love the wind in my air. I parked. I was like, I love that there is no other cars or bikes next to me. Just that moment. I walked in and I gave gratitude to the beautiful Indonesian that was taking my order, said a bunch of thank you to them and how pretty they were. And then while I tapped my card, I was like, I am so glad I have this card that takes money and this reader is working, because sometimes the electric stops working and then shit doesn't work. And it's just a beautiful place to amplify positivity and simplify the process by finding gratitude in the most simple things. So I highly recommend that. 4th thing. When you drive on a scooter, please don't be an asshole. Big one. There have been a few times that I felt like a tourist, specifically on a loud bike, it's only been men. I'm not stereotyping. I'm saying this is literally my experience. I have been cut off and I have almost been kicked off the road. And it has shocked my nervous system into fight or flight, where I felt like some tourist got his ego inflated, feeling like he's on vacation, he's driving like a badass, and now he can like own the road, but also be very dismissive of other drivers, and especially not respectful to the space, to the locals, and to just the obnoxiousness of energy. Because yes, sometimes there can be a bit of quote unquote chaos on the road where there's not as many stoplights, but there is a natural flow that all the locals, I learned from the locals as far as my bike driving, that you just flow. But if you get on the road and you bring that fire and the competitiveness and need to be stronger than everyone else on the road, it's actually very dangerous, and it has hurt the feelings of people and also can cause wrecks. So please don't do that. So to sum up, 4 main tips to set you up for success. Number 1, tip the locals. Be extra kind. Feel what it feels like to give to them. It's really valuable and it's really important to continue to help keep the locals happy. Number 2, learn a handful of phrases. You can search it on Google. Makasi is the most simple one, and I highly encourage you doing it in a musical way because it's so fun to feel that reciprocal energy. Number 3, practicing gratitude. And number 4, don't be an asshole on the road. Okay, if you have any questions, let me know here.